Hi, welcome to the Divergent CRM introduction. Just as a brief thought, the other day I saw an interview with Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, and Bill Gates mentioned when they build software, they build it for themselves, and this really is what's going on here. This is a love project. You know, we wouldn't normally do this for a single villa rental agency. The theory is we do it for many agencies, create many franchises. Hence, it's worth putting the effort in. We're doing much more than a CRM. The CRM holds it all together, but we start with a system we've already built called Magic Keywords. We add to that a system we're currently building, Magic Menus, and then we sync that into our inquiry system and a couple of CRMs on the market, most likely HubSpot and Salesforce. Adding to that, email marketing, client content management systems, client suites, booking systems, GDSs, financial systems, marketing platforms, a content marketing platform, analytics in various forms, the Sienna bot, the AI, hospitality, live chat, Experience Africa Safari systems, advanced projections, and tutorials. Okay, here's how it started in 2011. Sienna software, combining many industries, linking websites, creating many duplicate websites with fresh content, global distribution systems, and all importantly, the CRM, organizing everything, even sending gifts to clients on their birthdays, and always presenting a bottom line to the CEO and financial manager. Here's another diagram we made 2 years later within the theory of every business on American Butterfly. This is in chapter 7, and we can see here the typical CRM, but we're really interested in this client suite, and we want it to pay tax, we want it to pay vendors all automatically. sworld.biz. Okay, we start out with Magic Keywords. It's got its own video. You can see it here, and you'll find it on in the business blogs under Systems and Villa Secrets. To explain it very, very quickly, let's just see what it does. The website's only got about 550 pages, and you can see every single one of those pages. In fact, even some pages that don't exist or are no longer linked to have all been shown in the last 3 months in Google searches. And that's created 120 different more than 120 customers. 120 different pages were seen in Google, and then clients went to those pages. Next, we've got Magic Menus. This is a system we're currently making. It's a case of you can have different menus, top tens, different lists. If Google Analytics shows a lot of clients, that'll rise up. Highest attribute scores, blogs, top Moz scores, many different types, and it's totally customizable, and it really, really will improve things. You can see here, this is the new style CMS we're trying to do. We're copying WordPress in a way. And it has many different CMS pages. We call this CMS logic. See here, initial position. This shows the XML priority of content. If it's fresh content, it goes in at a higher XML priority. If it's copied content, it's lower, and it changes depending on what actions happen to it. It's complex, but it's good. Okay, Magic Menus, we've got its own video as well. This we've all got to sync into our inquiry system. This is the inquiry system from Cape Town Luxury Villas. You can see about this 970 inquiries there. One can see the name, date, etc., etc., and the time that it come into. And notice this time that it comes into, because we'll look at that later when we come to the more advanced synchronization system, sorry. Okay, we're linking into HubSpot CRM. They've got a good integration with Outlook, and it's simple and it's free, basically. It's not really the way we're going to do it. We're going to make it so as the inquiry becomes center stage, and then that gets followed through. In HubSpot, you need to go via contacts for communications. Salesforce, best way to look at Salesforce is on their YouTube channel, and this particular video Salesforce product demos. We're going to be linking into them because they are the future, albeit many of our franchises probably won't use the Salesforce software because we're all using the same system. We have to go for the quite expensive system because we need to link with the API. Microsoft Dynamics haven't really looked at it anywhere near as much as we should, but we will do in the future. The idea would be, as we're building so anyone on HubSpot, anyone on Salesforce, or anyone on Microsoft Dynamics can just use all our systems. They can synchronize immediately. So if they're already using a certain system, we're not asking them to do something new. Okay, moving on. Next section is we're creating a system to automatically email all the owners of villas as soon as an inquiry comes in. So we get faster. Basically, there's 300 villas in Cape Town that should be emailed. If we cut that down to a single location, maybe if it's Camps Bay and it's 4 or 5 bedroom, that's still about 40. Immediately, this software will email those 40 villas. Those 40 villas will come back over time, and it can go directly into the client suite and it go directly into the agent CRM, saving them a lot of time. More to the point, making a system for them to do something they wouldn't do otherwise. Normally, an agent will go to about 5 or 10 properties. Once they've done that, that's the end of it. This system goes through all the properties. Okay. On the other side of it, we're creating emails to go out to clients, showing our blogs and just, saying happy birthday, whatever. Here we've got this is our current CMS, and it's simple enough. Details go in there, attributes go in there, although all attributes have a point which adds to certain scores. Photos can be moved around. Okay, but we're going to be changing it to more like the WordPress. You see here, this sort of idea with different things. We can see we did it earlier. Let me see if I can go straight to the link. Yeah, see here. So that's how we're going to be changing our CMS. We really want to make the owner's CMS really easy, so they can also do advanced pages, as we will see in the blogs in a little while. Such as this, pictures there, change the text there, picture there, change the text there. Make it really nice and simple for owners and agents to update properties. And here we can see that menu system again that we're going to be using. All the different options will be here, and we'll probably have a left menu option as well. Okay, we're moving on to the next step, and this is property management systems, and we've looked at them all, and it's not hard to do. We've built our own in 2005. In 2014, we created this, but we never finished it. And this is an automatic system for pricing a villa. The owner of a villa, or someone wishing to give a quote, would just put the average price for summer, and it automatically adjusts for all the different outer season times, for Easter and occupancy, etc., 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 and will give a very, very good immediate forecast, and sets all the prices automatically. One can change them, of course, but one doesn't really have to. So that's what we're going to have that no other property management system's got. As we go along the way, we'll think of some new things to add to it. In terms of financial integration, what we can do, and we are doing now, is setting the franchises up so as we record the bank statements as spreadsheets. They just do a spreadsheet download. We then upload that into our system, allocate, and it's all done and everything's synced in. This can be done online with an API using Barclays.net, apparently, and other systems, although in general, banking APIs are far behind the rest of the world for some reason, maybe to do with security. I don't know. But anyway, it's essential. We can do it via the spreadsheets, but it's going to be made easier when we get an API. What have we got now? Okay, we're going on to marketing. This is Google AdWords, which is the real secret sauce to Villa Secrets. We've done so well with our campaigns. We're 1 and 2 in Cape Town, and Cape Town's the most expensive place to advertise in the world. So if we can do it there, we can do it everywhere. We have many little secrets that we're not going to tell anybody, but for some reason we can beat everybody else, No one competes with it. Even Airbnb are not winning. Okay, ad roll, working with ad roll as well. So when someone comes to our website after they've been to a few pages and they register as a qualified visitor, we'll be showing them web adverts on Skype, you know, showing them things like the fact we're members of IATA, the American Travel Agents Association. Gosh. Okay, moving on. Marketing software. On the HubSpot CRM, when we're going to be using that, we will probably be using the HubSpot marketing system. It's got its own way of doing things, and we're just going to run with it. We're going to say, look, you know, yeah, we'll make the blogs the way you want to make the blogs. Chances are it'll work, but on the same time, sort of we'll be A and B testing. Other franchises will be using the marketing cloud from Salesforce. So one software running one way, one running another thing, you know, eventually taking the best bits out of all of them, making our own complete system. But for now, if we're realistically going to try and build this thing within 2 years, we need to be integrating with all these other companies, not building everything from scratch. Okay, continuing on the content marketing is blogging, and we've got a nice blog page here. These blogs have actually been all put up today about Singita. And if we look at an individual blog page, we can see these nice sliders. And this is a nicer blog than HubSpot makes, and a nicer blog than many make. In fact, I'm not going to say I haven't seen a nicer blog, but I don't, you know, someone show me one if there is one. And you know, a good part of content marketing is having your own content writer. We've got that. She's writing this. We're getting one blog out a day. And, you know, having them look good is awesome. Okay, next up for content marketing is, now that we've got a good blog section on our website and it looks impressive, we can start searching for luxury blogs, luxury travel blogs all over the world that have high domain ratings and search engine and sort of like good page rank, although page rank no longer updates. Anyway, we find those and we say, look, we're experts at Cape Town Villas and Safaris. We'll write you a safari, an African blog. Can we guest blog on your website? They say, yes, we can. We guest blog. We send links back to the main websites. Content marketing. Plus, of course, people read the blogs and go, oh, that's nice. Let's go on holiday to Cape Town. Okay, where are we now? We are now in the analytics section. What we're showing here, this is Google Analytics, and we are showing 2 exact points when an inquiry came in. We filtered out all of the data and we found the ones that actually went to the thank you page. That's how we know an inquiry came. And what we're doing is we're eventually linking these up to the bookings in the booking system, which the time is recorded, so as we can see all the data going back before the inquiry was made, i.e. what search term was used. That's always useful. How many times, you know, did that customer come to us? Did they come through organic search? Did they come through AdWords? On top of this, and the only way you can do this AdWords is with Google Analytics. You can't get this data from anyone else. Google don't give it away. What they do give a lot of data away, but not about AdWords. Kissmetrics is awesome because they have the path and the power report. What these do is this will show, as well as the data from AdWords on what keyword people used or in AdWords, this will show all the times someone has been to your website before the inquiry came. And when I was shown a demo by Josh from Kissmetrics of his own website, I saw, you know, one customer had been to 40 different sections, had been 40 times before he inquired. So, you know, you'd think a customer that spent that much time would be more likely to make a sale. You know, all of this is good, useful data, not only for the SEO people, but for the sales agents. If they've come through a certain blog, you know, make sure to mention that blog villa when you present them with options. All of this automated. Okay, this is a bit on the Sienna bots. This is Sienna, my daughter, the inspiration for all that we're doing. And the Sienna bot is a automated robot that interacts with the client, feeding the client information that it's gained from making automatic emails, and doing a lot of other things as well. It's very clever. One thing would be the client suite, and this is just an example of how we might present villas to a client in their client suite. The client would obviously have various options at the top for financials, for itinerary, and that would be, but then the client can just, make his little order like that. And if they want to be really special, say, look, I really like these pink ones, try and get me these and get me a price on these other ones, and they're making it really fun. That's how we want it to be. We want it to really visually rich exercise. The Sienna bot's showing clients villas immediately, and basically on auto response from email, and then the sales agent coming on maybe half an hour later, getting down to it, seeing what reactions have already been happening. The sales already started. The Sienna bot starts it straight away. We obviously want the Sienna bot and the systems to work equally well in hospitality, and we're going to be having a look at Freshdesk and Salesforce Service Cloud. But to be honest with you, we really think this is going to have to be something we build ourselves. It has to be calendar based, so as one can look at the calendar going forwards and see all the interactions, and it has to connect with the CRM, and it has to be constantly search. If a client wants shark diving, it's got to email all the shark diving people. It's got to do a lot. The service has to be really exceptional, and we're going to be creating systems for it, taking any guidance we can from Freshdesk or Salesforce, but probably creating our own system for that. Live chat. This alone could increase sales dramatically. 24/7 live chat. The secret is not in the system. Everyone knows live chat, Inc. The secret is in how we create the system. When we create the hospitality division, we create the hospitality division out of live chat operators. When we create the content management staff, they are live chat operators. We first hire a writer, a copywriter, and we get them to blog on 30 to 50 different villas. And once they've done that, it will take them a couple of months. They'll know those 50 villas, and they'll be able to then start live chat. Be it a customer who wants customer service, or a new customer who wants to buy something, they'll be talking to someone via chat, and they're trained writers. They just start talking about their favorite villas they had. So it really becomes I've been to many live chats, and sometimes you get a good operator, sometimes you don't, but they very rarely have that sales skill, that ability, that flow that we want from our live chat service. And in essence, the live chat is the content management team, the writers, which is also a part of the hospitality team. We first hire hospitality people with skills of either copywriting, photography, cameraman, or presenter, and when they're not checking customers in or dealing to customer requests, they're all working in the media and the content marketing department. Experience Africa, we're going to be making a lot of systems for this. Systems to go to all the safaris and get the safaris to update all the animals and what times to come there, so making a grand database, but also a system to log the top 10 or 20 safaris in each location for about the top 10 safari operators and all the awards like Condé Nast, so creating a best of the best. And we have various websites that, including safariawards.org, africansariawards.com, etc. top10safari.com. But indeed, with Experience Africa, we of course need the Sienna bot and all the systems to work in tandem to make sure that client, when they're here, is well serviced, is well informed. In terms of making long-term predictions, we talk a bit about chaos theory, and rightly so. However, in terms of actual systems that we'll be creating over the next 2 years, we're working on this. This is a calendar view of January, and I just put in the inquiries we got for the first week, and we see here if one was to click show details, we can then see each individual inquiry, i.e. there was 5 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, etc., etc. The system here works on a double forecast, i.e. at first, this 75%, this is for the likelihood of availability. Is it likely to be available? If you were in November and someone wanted something for December, unlikely to be available. If you're in February and you want something for December, it is likely to be available. So there's that initial stat. But also, this also measures with the average sales conversion rate of the individual agents. So some agents might have 25%, 1 in 4. Some of them may have different. But by working with these two systems in tandem, it creates a much more accurate sales funnel. Last of all, we look at tutorials, and of course all of these videos that we're creating now are tutorials for the developers we have right now and the developers that we're going to hire to make the system. You know, this is 5, 6, 7 hours of video all on the systems we're creating. These are tutorials. But for the actual CRM, we're going to make really short 1.5-minute tutorials for each individual part and then link them together to make mini movies if one wanted an overview. Going forwards from that, this is going into what we're not doing right now. What we would like to do is create a game out of the tutorials. I mean, looking at a virtual network, rendering various locations, letting people see their Twitter feeds, their Facebook, and then letting people see the where their friends are within the locations. It all can be used for real estate, for showing people around the virtual world part of it. Hopefully we can make a deal with the Sims to work that out, and possibly even Google. And here we see the CRM again. And just finishing up with the last chapter of The Theory of Every Business, and we can see the game of play. Villa Mogul was the first game idea. That was in 2002. You give yourself points and you learn as you go along. But you see all these options. All these options are basically what we're talking about. All the systems we're going to make it easier. And as the person learns the systems, they only get one. In the game, they only get one system to use at a time. So they learn it one at a time and they appreciate it. You know, you sort of have to be into management style games or using it deliberately as a tutorial. But yeah, I think this would be fun, and it's really something I would like to do. Put a lot of work into the various ideas for it. There, one wants to make franchises internationally. One wants, you know, grown in the game a bit. Chooses the franchise based on various options. Builds their own houses. Creates special projects. Okay, there we go. That is the Divergent CRM. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you watch the rest of the videos. Bye.